In a serene village cradled by majestic mountains and whispering forests, a chilling mystery grips every soul. Why has the once living, shimmering lake turned into a silent mirror of gray? Once radiant with shimmering blues, golden ripples, and songs of life, the lake had turned ghostly pale overnight now, reflecting nothing but fear, silence, and a haunting stillness. Whispers crawl through every corner of the village, it's cursed. Some murmur, "The gods are furious," others fearfully claim. And in that silence, dread spreads faster than truth ever could. But not all hearts surrendered to fear. Maya, young, beautiful woman with eyes that held storms of questions, saw no curse, only a mystery begging to be unraveled beneath the silence. That morning, as mist clung to the earth, Maya discovered a single feather glowing faintly by the lake's edge. Was it a sign, a forgotten truth, or a calling only her heart could hear? In the hush of that moment, Maya heard her grandmother's voice echo from the past. "The lake is no ordinary water, child. It's a mirror. What you carry within, it reflects without." While the frightened fled from the lifeless lake, Maya stood rooted, own luminous soul among fleeing shadows, daring to believe that beneath the stillness, light was only sleeping. She had no map, no magic, no grand plan, only belief, a quiet, unshakable kind, stubborn as the earth itself, the kind that moves mountains, or perhaps awakens lakes long thought dead. And so, her journey began, not to battle shadows or break a curse, but to prove a forgotten truth, that pure belief, burning bright and fearless, could restore what the world thought lost forever. That night, as fear tucked the village into silence, Maya stepped into the shadows drawn by the forest's whisper, believing that beyond the darkness, a forgotten truth waited to be found. Beneath the tangled canopy, a single red flower blazes to life in parched, lifeless soil, defying nature itself. A silent miracle, blooming in secrecy, as if the forest had left a sign just for her. Glowing yellow mushrooms flicker to life in a flawless arc, curving into the forest's heart like footsteps carved in light, as if the woods themselves were guiding her deeper into destiny. Her lantern trembles, its flame sputtering, then vanishes into sudden blackness. The forest falls deathly still, as if holding its breath, and in that silence, fear claws its way back in. In the stillness, a sudden flash bursts through the dark, a vision, or perhaps a dream. Children laughing, sunlight dancing, the lake once alive and joyful, a forgotten echo calling her back. Her path halts at a massive fallen tree, like a warning etched in wood. It dares her to turn back, but Maya plants her foot, climbs defiantly, her belief rising stronger with every step. Twisted vines and gnarled roots weave into a fragile archway, nature's test of faith. Maya grips each bend with trembling hands, climbing carefully, her resolve steadier than her breath. At last, the trees part like a curtain, and silver moonlight spills onto ancient stone cloaked in moss. Maya steps into the clearing, breath-catching. She's reached something sacred, forgotten. Alone in the hush of darkness, Maya smiles, not from certainty, but from unwavering hope. She hasn't found the answer, but in her heart, she knows one still waits to be revealed. Pushing through the dense curtain of tangled vines, Maya gasps. Before her lies an ancient stone channel, dry and broken, its once sacred path now buried in silence, forgotten by time and memory. Etched into the moss-covered stones, faded symbols whisper a silent tale of a time when the lake overflowed with life, and the ancient channel carried its blessings to the heart of the village. It wasn't a curse after all. The lake hadn't died. It had been severed from its lifeblood. The truth hadn't vanished. It had waited, hidden in plain sight, beneath dust, fear, and forgotten faith. With no tools, no helping hands, only the fire of belief in her heart, Maya drops to her knees and begins clawing through the debris, stone by stone, her bare hands fueled by quiet determination. A sudden slip, her foot skids on slick moss, and she crashes down hard. A sharp sting tears through her palm as it scrapes jagged stone, blood trickling into the cracked, thirsty soil below. In the silence, her grandmother's voice rises like a soft wind through the trees. If you believe light can still return, even the deepest darkness will stop to listen. Her hands wrapped in makeshift bandages, streaked with dirt and blood, Maya pushes 1H movement, slow but unyielding. Her pain is real, but her belief burns brighter than ever. A faint gurgle echoes through the silence, then suddenly, water bursts forth, breaking free with a rush. It flows again, wild and alive, like breath returning to the lungs of a sleeping soul. Caked in mud, bruises lining her arms, Maya stands tall, eyes shining with awe as the water surges past her, racing toward the lake. Exhausted but radiant, she watches her belief come alive. As dawn spills gold across the mountain peaks, Maya emerges from the forest, tired, bruised, but upright. Each step carries quiet strength, and in her heart, hope walks beside her. The villagers stand frozen, eyes fixed on the lake's still, silent surface, their gazes heavy with doubt. Nothing has changed. But Maya smiles softly, knowing miracles begin before they're seen. Then faint but clear, a gurgle in the distance. A trickle snakes into view. Maya turns, eyes wide. The water she fought for in silence has begun its journey home, and the lake is listening. A single silver stream kisses the lake's edge. Ripples bloom outward, gentle and sure. Slowly the gray veil lifts, color seeps back in, like breath returning to a soul once thought lost. Blues, greens, and brilliant golds ripple across the lake's surface, bursting forth like sunlight after a long storm. The villagers gasp, stunned witnesses to a miracle born of belief. Children laugh, splashing with joy. Elders wipe away tears they never thought would fall. The curse is broken not by spells or gods, but by one young woman's unshakable belief in the impossible. Maya kneels at the lake's edge, gazing into the water where, for the first time, her reflection shines back, whole, clear. A glowing feather drifts by, as if the universe itself whispers, "Well done." The lake never lost its magic, Maya says softly, her voice carrying across the quiet. We just stopped believing it was still alive, and sometimes that's all magic needs to disappear. The lake was never cursed. It was simply waiting in silence, waiting for one heart brave enough to believe. Sometimes healing doesn't need magic, just someone who refuses to give up. A blue feather drifts gently across the lake's shimmering surface, just as it did that fateful morning. A quiet echo of the moment Maya first listened to her heart and chose to believe. The lake no longer mirrors fear or silence, it now gleams with light, color, and the quiet hope Maya had carried within her all along. What she believed, the water finally chose to reflect. Maya laughs freely beside the lake, surrounded by children's joy. Her bandaged hand rests on her knee, the pain forgotten. Her smile, gentle, glowing, says everything words never could. A young girl spots the drifting feather and lifts it gently from the water, holding it high with wonder in her eyes, like the lake itself has passed on a secret only the believing can hear. The village awakens not because the lake transformed, but because they did. Their fear gave way to faith, and in that belief, the colors, the life, the magic, all came rushing back. As the sun dips low, Maya stands quietly by the glowing lake, her reflection rippling beneath golden light. She gazes into it and sees not who she was, but who she became, stronger than ever imagined. The lake changed when we did, Maya whispers, her voice soft as the breeze. There was never a curse, only the shadow of our fear. And in her eyes, the truth glows brighter than ever. True magic isn't cast by spells or bound in rituals. It lives quietly in the heart, where even the smallest spark of belief can outshine the darkest fear and awaken the impossible. The story ends, but its heartbeat lives, one echoing in every child who dares to believe in the impossible, who sees light in darkness, and who knows that hope is the truest kind of magic.
Knowledge is magic everywhere. Knowledge is magic everywhere. Learn with Gyan Chops.